Welcome to a deeper conversation. A year ago, I asked this man what responsibility meant to him. Recently, I asked him again, and his answer was almost exactly the same. That caught my attention, because a lot can change in a year, but this hadn't. And it made me wonder what had shaped that answer in the first place, and whether he had always seen responsibility this way. So I invited Zach back for a deeper conversation.
What's your definition of it now?
I think what most people probably think responsibility is like a commitment I have to do, right? But they kind of leave it at that. And I think that's not true. I don't think that's the accurate depiction of responsibility. First, you need to be willing to keep that responsibility. Right?
First, real quick, did you used to have that definition of it when you were younger? Responsibility?
Yeah, the one I just told it was kind of the basic one. Is like, oh yeah, the thing I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. This next part shifted for you recently?
Well, it's interesting. I think it's probably shifted for me for a long time, but as I've become a better leader in my business and done, business consulting with other business, it forces me to reflect on my beliefs and my thoughts and why I think that, and actually kind of tear it down to explain it. Whereas before it was just built ingrained. I didn't have to think twice. It's just that's just, I'm responsible. But I never need to think about that. But I think now, the best leaders are the best communicators. You have to be able to communicate at a high level to be a leader or a teacher. And so that's kind of forced me over the last few years to analyze, when I say that word, what does it mean? And how do I teach someone that or show somebody what that means? So for me, it starts with a willingness. If it's your responsibility, you need to have a willingness to do it. You need to own your actions. You obviously need to be committed to it. And then I think the part that really gets left out for people is you need to own the results. So whether you follow through with your responsibility or you don't, you own that. Good or bad. And if it is bad, you need to own that and you need to fix that. That's your responsibility, is to fix it as well.
Don't you think people respect you more when you do that too?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, exactly. When you don't keep your commitments, personal commitments, and then commitments with other people, it kills your self-confidence. And this is another thing I've reflected on. I've had many people ask me, in business, how are you so confident? Where does that come from? And I was always just I don't know, I'm built that way, I guess. But that's not true. As I analyze it and kind of looked at okay, where does this come from? I believe it comes from your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is basically keeping score of everything. It's listening to the words we say, to the thoughts we have. It's just the keeper of the truth, right? And so when we have responsibilities that we don't keep, or we have personal commitments I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, and we don't keep those, your subconscious mind is keeping score it didn't keep a commitment again. One time's not going to hurt you. 2 times isn't going to hurt you. But when there becomes a pattern, that will hurt you. And your subconscious mind literally does not trust yourself. And so when you don't have trust in yourself, how can you have confidence in yourself? Confidence is just trust of yourself, right? At the end of the day. So an easy way to start building your confidence, and I know we're off the beaten path.
That's okay.
The easiest way to build your confidence is to not overcommit yourself and to keep your commitments. So if you tell your friend you're going to go to a concert with them, make sure you do. Or if you don't, make sure that the next time you do and you don't make a habit of it. But the easiest way is to undercommit yourself and to make sure you keep those small commitments. So they might be really small. And you can do if I talk to a lot of people with the gym things, every night I'm I'm going to go to the gym in the morning. And they never go. And so I say, stop committing to go to the gym. How about at night when you feel like you're going to go to the gym, say, I'm going to wake up in the morning and see how I feel, and decide if I'm going to go to the gym. Just that little thought difference. Mm-hmm. Now my subconscious mind is okay with it. It's okay, we did what we said. We were going to wait and see. We decided not to go, but we never committed to go. We're good.
Did you learn this just yourself?
Yeah, I think I'm always reading stuff and listening to stuff, but the confidence one, I think, I've came to that conclusion off things I've learned at other places. But yeah, a lot of just self-reflection. I get that question asked weekly by my clients, and I hated just telling them I don't know, I just have it. And you can't, you see people that should be confident. You're dude, you're successful. You have money. You look good. You're healthy. Why can't you be why have a friend that's at you? Why aren't you confident? And the truth is, it doesn't matter what he's doing that. It matters his thoughts and his commitments and his
belief in himself.
His belief in himself. Yeah. And he doesn't deep down, he's
not in alignment.
Yeah, he's not in alignment. Doesn't trust himself. To bring it back to responsibility, I run a company with 40 employees. And so responsibility is something we talk about a lot, and holding the standard of performance in the company. And there's such a huge problem with lack of accountability and victimization in our country. It's scary and sad. because you'll never meet a person that lacks accountability and that is a victim that's happy. You never will. Think of anyone in your life that complains and blames everybody and everything but themselves for their problems. Those people are miserable and it's sad. And it's really hard to dig out of that hole for people.
It's really hard to keep that persona up too.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
accountability is more freeing than people realize.
And I think one of the biggest things humanity craves right now is authenticity. What's the word?
Authenticity.
Authenticity. There you go. Because there's a big lack of it in our world right now. Like the social media, people see these influencers and they see these perfect lives with, abundance and wealth and all the things that they want. And in reality, those people most time put on a show, And so I think now people are kind of getting away from that. They want people to be authentic. And yeah. So how can you be authentic if you're not taking responsibility and ownership of your actions?
So how do you teach your kids? Manage your employees. You talk about it. Or how do you help them through it?
I think the best way to teach employees and also kids, it's harder to teach them by telling them, you need to be responsible. You need to be there. A lot of these kids, they've heard that their whole life, but they don't understand it. So I will always admit when I'm wrong in my business, also with my kids. I will always take responsibility for my actions. And I'll usually explain that too. Like, hey, I want to apologize to you because I didn't do my part. I wasn't responsible or I was wrong. And I see that now and I just want to say sorry and that I'm going to change and get better. And I just reinforce that with my kids anytime I get a chance to, even over little things with my kids, especially. Like if I can do that over and over and they see their dad and their mom do that over and over, it will become second nature to them. I think. Yeah. But it feels like it goes against human nature. Human nature is, I don't want to take the blame. And maybe that's just, we've been programmed that way in society, but it feels like you're having to go against the urges of your mind a lot of times.
You're so knowledgeable about it.
I studied this because being a leader is one of the hardest things I've ever done.
And did you plan on being a leader?
I mean, I started my business when I was 24, but I never dreamed of having like employees and what I have now is never even a thought or even a dream for me. So it's different. One of the best leadership hacks I could teach anyone, it's very simple, but it has to do with this. I teach this to anyone that wants to learn it. But one of the best things you can do to lead people in your business, in your church, in your family is when things are going good. Like say in the business, we have a great month. We've made good money. Everybody worked hard. Me as the leader, I'll never take credit for that. So we'll have a company party or a meeting and I will give 100% of the credit for the success to the team, to the managers. We had our best month ever. We've made tons of money and it's all because of you guys. Your hard work, your dedication, your ownership, but it's never on me as a leader. I will never be like, I did this. Never, ever, ever.
That makes me think of when I was in soccer or basketball, the good coaches.
That's where I learned it. I learned this from specifically college football coaches. Because I love football, college football. I watched after these games, these coaches, when they'd win a game, when they lose a game, I watched how they spoke after in the press conference. The coaches that weren't very good blamed everybody. The other side of the coin, when things are going bad or there's problems or bad things happen, as the leader, we never blame anybody. We take all of the blame as the leader ourselves. Like, hey, this one's on me ultimately. But also with taking the blame, we commit to the team or the family that we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it together. So we bring everybody back in. And just because I took full accountability of that doesn't mean I'm not going to hold people responsible. But it is at the end of the day because the buck stops at me.
But the energy you're taking it frees them to own up.
Yes.
So, I mean, I can feel it as you're saying it.
Yeah, imagine if me and you were doing something and I was leading you and it went bad. And I told you, number one, I will also apologize in this. So I'll say, hey, I just want to apologize to the team or to you, Brenda. I didn't live up to my expectations. I didn't do as good a job as I needed to get this done. But I'm committed to fixing this and we're going to do it together and we're going to get out of this situation and get back to the good.
And energetically, I want to
take ownership. Well, you also want to take ownership. So many times that that's happening in business, I'll get people that raise their hand or there's like, this one's on me too, guys. I need to be better here, here, and here. Like accountability is infectious. It literally is like a disease, but it's a good disease and it spreads. Just like negativity spreads. If you get around negative people, you'll notice you start being negative and saying negative things. Same thing's true with, positivity and accountability. And I still like being a leader is a lifelong thing. Like you always learn, you get better. The greatest leaders are always learning. They're always getting better. They're always taking accountability and they're also holding people accountable.
That was a good exercise, like being on a team.
Yeah.
Or owning. something.
I think if you were upper level management in my company and I took all the blame for a problem, all of my managers do that though. They'll exactly what you just said. They all will get up. They'll apologize to their team that they manage, commit to be better, and we're going to be better together. So we always want to bring everybody together as on a team, not a family. We're a team. Business, a lot of businesses, like we're a family. I was like, no, family's the wrong comparison. What do we do with a family member that's struggling? We keep them close. We help them. What do we do on a team that's struggling? We train them. We try to get them better. But if they don't get better, we put them on the bench. We're here to make money. We're here to run a business. I'm not going to disown them by any means, but we can't have someone failing, stay on the team and drag everybody else down. It's a disservice to everybody else in the company. Yeah.
Anything else?
Just never-ending pursuit of getting better and staying accountable. It's like a muscle you have to work at. If you're not aware of it, you're not striving to be more responsible, more accountable, you'll regress. Like most things in life.
Yeah.
It's just like a muscle. So if you're someone that's listening right now, the first thing you need to do is you need to put your ego aside, because your ego will keep you from seeing these things.
How do you put your ego aside? What's your trick for that?
Number one, you need to understand what the ego is and does.
Sure.
Yes, it does. It's not all bad. You just need to keep it in check. And the way you keep it in check is by paying attention to it. If you don't ever pay attention to it, if you don't even know what ego is, how can you keep it in check? But your ego will deceive you, causing you great disruption in your life, to your relationships, to your business, to your health, whatever it is. It's a blinder, and it's almost like being in an echo chamber. Sometimes it will convince you of things that, no, you're right on this, and you shouldn't say sorry, and this wasn't your fault, those types of things.
What was the book called?
The book is called Ego is the Enemy. It's by Ryan Holiday. It's a good book to teach you what the ego is, how to harness it, how to keep it at bay, learn how to have a healthy relationship with your ego. And then once you can do that, now it kind of opens your eyes to some of your shortcomings in life. And then you can, one by one, don't overwhelm yourself trying to fix too many things in life. That's what a lot of people do. They go on these crazy diets, or they want these huge life-changing things overnight. And then what happens? We fail. And then the subconscious mind keeps track. And now you're going backwards doing that. You're trying to do something good, but you're actually hurting yourself. So small baby steps. There's another good book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. He's actually a Utah native. Lives down. Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I built my life on that book. It's basically doing small, consistent efforts multiplied by time. It's like compounding interest in the bank. That's how it works. Anyways, once you can get your ego and kind of open your eyes to areas in your life you need to get better, pick one at a time and then take small bites at getting better. Don't overwhelm yourself. So if you're someone that you're not responsible, and a lot of you listening probably think, I'm a responsible person. Maybe that might be your ego, though, telling you that. So step out, zoom out, and really ask yourself. You'll probably find that there's areas in being responsible that you can get better. Even if you are a responsible person, there's levels to this, right? And taking ownership was very freeing. Even admitting when you're wrong, it feels good.
I never thought it would be as much.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
I had an employee just a few weeks ago that I made a mistake with her in managing her. And I literally was sick about it over the weekend. It ate me away. I just didn't feel good. And it wasn't a big thing, but it was just, I knew I was wrong, and I had not taken ownership when I talked to her the week before. And it ate me up over the weekend. I kind of zoomed out and analyzed it. Why was I this way? I called her Monday, said, can we talk? And she came in and I took complete ownership. I apologized, told her I'm sorry, I'll be better. She was like, can I give you a hug? So anyway, that moment of saying that and that hug, it was a very emotional conversation for me. And it was so freeing. It was all that weight, all that stress, all that guilt just left me instantly. Got into that meeting, walked in, and someone else wanted to meet with me. And I said, I need 10 minutes. Went in my office and just kind of had an emotional moment. It was just felt good. And I just reminded okay, this is the way to happiness and good relationships and success.
Good communication.
Yeah.
Set leader, bring it back to what you started with. A good leader takes responsibility and has good communication.
Yeah. I mean, everybody expects people to make mistakes. It's normal, right? It's human nature. It's how we handle our mistakes that tell people who we truly are.
What I appreciated about this conversation was hearing what responsibility looks like when it becomes something you practice, not just something you believe. Zach talked about leadership, owning his mistakes, putting his ego aside, and continuing to learn. But what stayed with me the most was the exercise he had me do. I don't know if you could hear it happening, but I could feel it. When someone is willing to take the blame, it makes you want to own your part too. And when someone gives away the credit, you realize success is rarely one person's either. I love that. Because responsibility isn't about taking all of it. It's about being willing to see the parts that's yours. Thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for listening. Until next time, notice what you're responsible for and what you're not. Keep wondering, and keep exploring the words that shape your world.